definition. You're watching KTRE 9 News, your East Texas news leader.
Good Thursday evening to you, East Texas. We're so glad you're with us tonight. For almost a year, questions about the demise of Alfred Wright have been answered. Yet one voice has been lost in the story, and now we're finally hearing what the Sabine County Sheriff had been holding on to for far too long. Alfred Wright was found dead in a pasture off of Highway 87 in Hemphill last November after he disappeared from the CL&M package store for 18 days. 2 weeks ago, Shane Hadnot was charged with providing the drugs that led to Wright's overdose and untimely death. Now, Wright's family claims Hadnot is being used as a scapegoat by Sheriff Tom Maddox. However, our Michelle Reed found out today that is not the case at all. She joins us now with more. Michelle?
Yeah, Christelle. Well, Tom Maddox says they are not using Hadnot in any way as a scapegoat. He says there has been evidence from the very beginning showing that Hadnot allegedly sold the drugs to Alfred, and says no matter how you slice it, this is just a terrible tragedy.
And that's the tragedy there that ought to be reported here. You know, not because of some conspiracy and cover-up, because there wasn't. But you know, the tragedy is, that he took the drugs and died because of a drug overdose.
Sheriff Tom Maddox says it's simple. Alfred Wright was not murdered, and his untimely death was all related to drugs.
95% of the people, if they will read that U.S. Attorney's report, you know, and read the indictment there that came out on Shane Hadnot, you know, that is a perfect timeline of everything there that took place.
Sheriff Maddox says it's still unclear as to when Alfred actually took the drugs on November 7th, but says everything from day one suggests Alfred went into the woods on his own after taking drugs he allegedly got from Hadnot. 2 weeks ago, Wright's parents blamed Sheriff Maddox for covering up what they called the true reason behind Alfred's death, citing a slashed throat, a cut-out tongue, and cut-off ear as elements of a murder. But Sheriff Maddox says that's simply not true.
His throat was not cut. His, was not sliced. His tongue was not cut out. Nothing of the things there that were said there that happened, took place.
He says that Alfred was found face down in the mud and agrees that insects were to blame for the missing body parts.
We did everything humanly possible there to find Alfred Wright. Now, we did everything there that we possibly could except find him.
Maddox says that Alfred was actually discovered 500 yards away from the initial search site.
It was actually so thick there that there was only two ways there that you were going to find, a person. That was either to step on him or to smell him.
He says he never gave up on the search despite what many have said, and says the rumors that his daughter was having an affair with Alfred is absurd.
There is no member of my family there that has ever met Alfred Wright or knew Alfred Wright.
He says he knows people will continue to say that he didn't do his job, but as far as he knows, he did, and hopes Alfred's family will finally find closure.
Alfred Wright there, apparently there was a very bright young man, had a great family, and, a good job, and you would think there would just, living the American dream, and yet it all came to an end because of a drug overdose.
Now, there were some reports that a dime was found next to Alfred's body. Many people said that is a sign of gang activity. Maddox confirmed there was a dime found by a member of a search party, but that dime was found nearly 50 yards away from Alfred's body on a trail back in the woods. Live in the studio, Michelle Reed, KTRE, East Texas News 9.
All right, thank you so much, Michelle. Well, you saw it